I mentioned in one of the videos of good credit versus bad credit. And really, the only difference between good credit versus bad credit, or in this case, good debt versus bad debt, which I think you're referring to, is who's paying it, right? That's the difference. Who's paying the debt? So if I go out and I buy a $500,000 house, right? I buy a $500,000 house and I'm responsible for the mortgage. That mortgage is $3,000, right? That's bad debt because I'm responsible for paying that mortgage. Let's say I bought the same $5,000 house, but I house hacked it and I rented every room separately, right? 4-bedroom house, $4,000, $1,000 a month, $4,000 a month. My mortgage is $3,000. I'm netting positive $1,000 a month in cash flow, right? That means that the tenants who are living in the house are the ones paying the debt. So it's now good debt. Now, here's where it gets tricky. Let's say 2 of the tenants in the house move out. My mortgage is still at $3,000. I collected 2. What is that house? Is it good debt or bad debt? That's the trick. So an asset, definition of it, is something that puts money in your pocket. Your home is not automatically an asset. Any home is not automatically an asset. If I have a house right now that I purchased and I'm renting it out, the moment it goes unrented, it's no longer an asset. Now it's a liability. If I have a house that I'm renting it and the cash flow is $300 a month, and over the course of the year it's $3,600 for that year, right? And the HVAC goes out and it costs me $5,000 to replace. For the year, I'm net negative, which means that house was a liability, even though it's categorized as an asset on my balance sheet. So a property can be an asset or a liability depending on which way it flows, and that can change month to month. But ultimately, good debt is debt that somebody else is paying. Bad debt is debt that you're paying yourself. So if I go out and buy this Corvette that I want, that's bad debt, right? Now, if I take that Corvette and I put it on a 2-row, it could be good debt, unless it goes unrented, and then it's bad debt again. So it's important to understand that anything that you have, when assets concerned, right, whether it's a boat or a car or a house, can be good or bad, and it can change from one to the other depending on how you use it. So if I have my personal house that I'm living in, and that house is $3,000 a month, but then I start renting rooms, it goes from bad debt, because I was personally responsible for it, to good debt, because now people who are living in the house with me are responsible for the debt that I created. So it can change, is the point. So it's really important to understand who is responsible for the debt, who's paying it. That's how you know what's good debt or bad debt.